Hello, I'm Eeva-Kaisa Prokkola from the University of Oulu, Department of Geography, and I will give a short analysis of my paper Neoliberalizing Border Management in Finland and Schengen that was recently published in Antipode. In my paper, I provide a critical examination of the development of border management in Finland and in the Schengen area. And this study is part of a wider project, a 3-year-long research project, Border Management, Biopolitics and Border Crossings, which is funded by the Finnish Academy. In the literature, it has been common to approach borders in terms of nationalism, but recently scholars have started to pay more attention to global governance of borders and the discourse of neoliberalism. The establishment of EU single market is often conceptualized in terms of neoliberal policy. Yet neoliberalization is a more complex process than the process of opening the borders. Besides macro practices, we should take a look at the micro practices of border governance. One way to gain understanding of such micro practice is to look at the instruments and guidance models of border management in different states and institutional settings. My paper traces how the market-based guidance models are utilized in Finland in the evaluation of the performance and impact of the border authorities' services. Neoliberal discourse is pervasive in the border authorities' reports, where border surveillance and controls are paraded as services to the community and citizens. What is problematic here is that such models take the economic efficiency as their guiding star and leave aside the normative questions of border management. Secondly, to understand the neoliberalization of border management, it is not enough to look at state power, but we have to acknowledge partnerships with international institutions and actors, and also public-private partnerships. In Finland, border management has been increasingly re-territorialized around new spatial scales and institutions. The shift towards internationalization and economic facilitation does not mean that national protectionism has disappeared in Finland, but rather that national competitiveness and cooperativeness are now considered the best protection against possible threats. Secondly, in Finland and in many other EU countries, border control and immigration policy have become most powerful election campaign slogans. However, discrimination and intolerance of non-citizens and particular ethnic groups is more recognizable when it comes out in the form of populist political rhetoric than when it is incorporated into technologies and instruments of governance. With my paper, I'm hoping to raise critical discussion concerning the application of new neoliberal instruments and the imperative of economic efficiency in the field of border management. It is a challenge and responsibility for border scholars to show what values and ideologies are guiding the development of new border legislation and techniques. Thank you. You can read more about this from my paper.